Now, next up in our Jason Nash's Most Toxic Relationship series, we have several videos on Jason's channel. But before we get into which ones Trisha is in next, last video that she was in was surprising my family with $10,000 of Christmas gifts. Now, if you guys remember this one, if you watched it, Trisha was actually in this video, even though she doesn't appear in the thumbnail. And she actually spent Christmas with Jason and his family, his two children, and his mother and his sister in Boston. So she traveled all the way to Boston to have Christmas with him. Now, if you'll remember on Frenemies and in Trisha's crusade to get back at Jason, she said that after this video here, New Year's Eve with JoJo, she claimed that she no longer wanted to be in his videos because she found it weird that he was spending New Year's with JoJo. Now, the truth is that Jason's daughter is right here in the thumbnail, and Jason actually only attended a New Year's concert with JoJo and her family because his daughter was a fan, so he did it for his daughter. So Trisha tried to make that seem more sinister, like Jason just wanted to hang out with JoJo on New Year's or something like weird like that, but it wasn't like that at all. She claims that she didn't appear in any of his videos afterwards, but she actually is right here filming a music video with him. One, two, three rows later. On top of that, she's already in, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. She's in the eighth video after that one anyway. So she's in this one, seemingly normal with no issue. And what I will say is that she doesn't appear in the Christmas gift episode. She is in the video, but she only speaks. You don't really see her. You only see bits and pieces of her, like she didn't want to be in the video. Now, she claims that she stopped appearing on his channel because of the JoJo incident. But, like I've said before, I actually believe I actually think that the true reason is that Trisha was upset that Jason didn't spend New Year's with her because he decided to spend it doing something his daughter wanted to do instead. And he didn't spend it with Trisha, and she didn't want to go spend it with his daughter and JoJo. So she, I think, was so mad that she didn't want to appear on his channel anymore, but still appeared like 8 videos later. And she still was mentioned like they were okay. But Trisha does this thing where when she's upset with Jason, she would either kick him off her channel or refuse to appear on his. I think that's what she did. In our Moses series, you'll notice that she says that when she's mad at Moses, she keeps him out of the videos too. This is just her way to punish her partners by not wanting to film with them. So she was punishing Jason, I believe, because he didn't want to spend New Year's with her and instead chose to do something his daughter wanted instead. And she refused to join them. So that's where we're leaving off on. Now, she is mentioned a couple of times in a couple of videos. One is if everything was David Dobrik thumbnail. The other is reacting to his early movie audition. I'm going to show you these quick mentions because they're kind of interesting, and then we'll move on to the actual video she's in, which is Best Friend Commits to Changing This Year. Now, in If Everything Was a David Dobrik thumbnail, Jason does make a small mention of Trisha, and listen to what he says.
This will be the intro. This will be your intro. Is that cool? Listen. Get a footage of David and Zane and Trisha running around. Jason's tired of it. Jason doesn't want to do it anymore, but he'll keep filming it anyway, just for you. Oh, sometimes his kids are in the videos, as long as his ex-wife doesn't get mad.
Okay, now the reason I bring this in is because he jokingly makes a passive-aggressive joke about how Brandon is writing a fake song intro for his YouTube channel, and then Jason comes up with the lyrics, and Jason's lyrics are, get footage of David and Zane and Trisha running around. Jason's tired of it. Jason doesn't want to do it anymore. Now, I find it interesting that at this point he seemed fed up with both YouTube, the relationship, his friend group. He just seemed tired in general. He does mention the ex-wife and the kids. I know there was a point of contention where Trisha claimed that Jason wasn't allowed to have his kids around her, but I think the truth is that she just didn't want them in the videos. Now, the reason I find this interesting is because I feel like at this point Jason was pretty tired of how far the relationship had come because of the toxicity of it. Now, even though they were semi getting along, I think he was tired of it because even after they got along, they still had that big blowout with the New Year's thing. I think because he wanted to spend it with his daughter instead of Trisha. So even though he's joking about this and he's basically saying he's tired of David, Zane, and Trisha, I think low key there's some truth to all of this. I think he was tired of YouTube. I think he was getting stressed and exhausted trying to come up with things all the time. And I think he was stressed and exhausted of his relationship and always having to come back from the fights of it. That's just my personal opinion. Now let's check out the next video she was mentioning. Now the next mention is we have reacting to his early movie audition. Let's see what Jason has to say about Trisha here.
I think it's really good. And I showed it to Trisha, and she thought it was really good.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
Is it me in a white shirt?
Yeah? What is it?
Is it me acting?
Sort of.
Trying to act?
Not acting. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, trying to.
So this mention just seems to be a passing by mention where he's trying to surprise David with footage of David's early movie audition, and he's just saying like, "Oh, I even had Trisha watch it, and she liked it. She thought it was good." Sounds like him and Trisha were fine at this point, Jason and Trisha, because even though she's not appearing in his videos, yes, the last mention was kind of passive aggressive. This mention, he seems completely fine with her. Like he's obviously like, "Oh, I showed Trisha. We were watching it," which shows that they were okay or on decent terms.
Act. You know what it is? How'd you know? Did Trisha tell you?
No.
Trisha told you.
No, I don't think I'm guessing it.
You're hiding for Trisha. You're covering for Trisha right now. She told you. She has a big mouth. I see it in your face.
Why would you tell me?
Because she loves to talk.
Like,
She can't hold stuff in.
Then I don't know what it is, because she'd never tell me that, because it's just so unnecessary.
How'd you know you're in a white shirt?
Do you have a beard? A little bit of scruff?
No.
Okay, so now Jason's paranoid that Trisha ruined the surprise. I don't think she did at this point. I could be completely naive, but I don't think David's covering for Trisha, although I do believe he would because he was a pretty good friend to Trisha, which I pointed out before. But it's interesting that Jason's like, Trisha ruined it, didn't she? She has a big mouth, didn't she? But I don't think she did. But it's kind of interesting how paranoid Jason got about the whole thing to think that Trisha would go behind his back and ruin a surprise that he was going to do on David, like a video idea. So it's interesting that he thought that she would ruin something like that for him, because anyone who has watched the series would know that Jason takes his videos very seriously. So that's the second mention. Now let's get on to the actual video, the video that she's in. Because right now, so far, we know that he seemed a little bit fed up in the first mention, but now he seemed okay, but now also a little bit fed up to think that she was telling David things that he told her not to tell him. So we've got two kind of off mentions here. Now let's check out the video. Oh, before we move on, there's one more mention. Check this out.
Me, there's a chance I can act?
Yeah, you're good. Trisha thought you were really good.
Trisha's delusional. Trisha thinks you guys have a stable relationship.
Trisha thinks I'm the handsomest man in the world.
Yeah.
Hey Jason, you could really use some of this.
What?
Smart water.
Why?
Okay, so turns out Trisha's actually in this video, but let's talk about the quick mention before. Now, before we get into Trisha's segment of this video, which just proves that she appeared on his channel even quicker than she even said she did, because this was filmed January 5th or uploaded January 5th, and she claimed she stopped appearing on his channel on January 1st and afterward. So she was already on his channel, 4 days later? But let's talk about what David and Jason said. So when David mentioned Trisha, he said, Trisha's delusional. She thinks you guys have a stable relationship. I don't think Trisha ever thought they had a stable relationship, FYI. I think Trisha was fully aware that her and Jason were not stable, but she just didn't care, and she found excitement in that instability. I think she liked the fact that they were unstable. Like I've said before, I think she likes the crazy girlfriend trope. Like the crazy girl, she's so good in bed, she's crazy, she's exciting. I think Trisha truly and fully believes that. So I don't think Trisha ever thought that they had a stable relationship. I just think that she was okay with the fact that they didn't. Now, let's move on to the actual part that she's in. So let's check this out. Here we go.
Best man in the world.
Yeah.
Hey Jason, you could really use some of this.
What?
Smart water.
Why?
Because you're not smart.
Boring.
I do vlog you. I don't vlog you lately because...
Ooh, okay, now I guess we're going to find out the real reason she wasn't getting vlogged. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons. One, she makes a passive aggressive joke about him. She makes a passive aggressive joke about him by implying that he's stupid, and that's why he needs smart water. Now, obviously, this is just a little joke, but if you know Trisha, if you've watched the series, you know that no joke is just a joke, just to tell it. Every joke has meaning. If she's in a bad mood, she makes jokes at his expense. Now, why is she complaining that she's not in his vlogs, that he's not vlogging her, if she claimed on Frenemies that she was the one who chose not to be in his videos anymore? Why is she so upset by the fact that she isn't in them, if she said on Frenemies that she made the decision not to be in them? Let's find out.
We're always vlogging. What's your night? What are you talking about?
You what?
Here, I'm gonna leave the camera on and walk out of the room. Say some funny stuff.
Why are you gonna walk out of the room?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No,
Okay,
The vibe, you guys, is awkward as hell right now. You can tell that she's upset. You can tell that he's a little bit uncomfortable. She's already bringing up issues like, why are you not vlogging me anymore? He's saying, I do. We vlog all the time. Then he makes a passive aggressive joke about leaving the room, which offends her. And then when he says it's a joke, she's like, oh. Like, you could tell the vibe is off here. So clearly, these two were not getting along.
I want to. Vlogging is great.
probably bad lighting right now.
Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll get something. Do it. Talk to me.
Okay.
What else should I tag my videos?
Hey baby, you wanna use a flat iron?
Why?
To go with that flat iron.
Hey, you're on fire. Keep going. I'll give you $100 if you can do 10 jokes.
Hey babe.
That's two.
Okay, again, you guys, the vibe here is so weird. And the fact that all her jokes are just passive aggressive jokes at his expense. Like, yes, it sounds like it's just like a couple like poking at each other, but this is clear. Like, you could feel the mood is so off, especially based off how they were before, where she was seemingly nicer to him, and now she's kind of just like not.
Two.
Cut it out.
That's good. I like that one. Come on, that's 3. Here.
Oh, babe. Oh, what? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm so much pressure now. Hey, baby, you can use some of these.
Why?
Nuts.
No, just be like, hey babe, I don't think you need any of these. Why? Go ahead.
Hey, baby, I don't think you need any of these.
No, because you're already nuts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like balls.
Already nuts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like... Hey, baby, I don't think you need any of these.
Why?
Nuts.
No, because you're already nuts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like balls. When you threw these to me, my initial joke was gonna be like...
Well, thanks for coming in. We'll let you know.
I feel like that actually. That's so funny. I wish I could see you and everything the whole time because it does feel like that. Like the camera's at me and you're like, and it does. I know, babe. I'm bad.
Okay, again, the vibe to me seems awkward. She seems like she's trying to come up with jokes and try to entertain him. I don't know what happened between them, but they don't seem comfortable in each other's presence at all right now. I wonder if she's insecure because she hadn't been on his vlogs, but I also wonder if that had to do with her saying she didn't want to and him just following through with it, and then her being mad that he followed through with it. Because it doesn't make sense to me that later on in front of me, she's like, oh yeah, I just stopped appearing in all of his vlogs because he went and had New Year's with JoJo, when she's literally here on January 5th asking him why she can't be in his vlogs more.
It's less pressure when the camera was off.
Don't feel pressure. There's no pressure here. Throw those back to me.
Oh, that's pretty good,
Okay,
though.
come on. You made 3. Let's go.
Oh
10.
my god. Pretty good,
Okay,
though.
come on. There's no pressure here. Throw those back to me.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
Okay, come on. You made 3. Let's go.
Oh
10.
my god. 10?
10 jokes.
And what do I get?
Make a Hamilton joke.
Oh my god. No, first of all, you wouldn't even get it.
It doesn't matter if I don't get it or not. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me.
Wow, I'm really letting myself down with this.
You did good. You had 3 good ones. It's pretty.
Now, again, I feel like they're both attempting to make the mood better, but it just seems weird. Like, he's trying to reassure her, like, oh, it's not so bad, like, you're fine, and she's just, I don't know. They're just like, they're not vibing right now. Something's weird about this, for sure. Considering what they were like before, they were so comfortable in each other's presence before. They were cracking jokes, banter. best times of their lives for the past, what, 2, 3 videos, and now all of a sudden they just like don't know how to talk to each other. And she like doesn't know how to act in front of his camera all of a sudden.
I think 10 is.
I feel like she's doing this because she's trying to get the point across, like, oh, you haven't filmed me in X amount of videos, so now I'm gonna pretend like I don't know how to act in these videos since you haven't filmed me in so long. I think she's trying to make a point, like, I haven't been in your videos, I've noticed, and now this is the result of you not putting me in them. Now you get a different version of me.
A lot. Video unavailable.
Do we need to
Video-
flash your camera? First of all, the camera's not even on me.
It's not? Oh,
There.
it was.
There.
Is it on
Can we
you
flash
now?
your camera? When are we redoing your intro? Can I be in it?
I don't know.
Can we do like an Ace Family intro where we're like,
No, she talks about flashing the camera, which I find to be interesting because Jeff Wittick once said that Trisha flashed him without his consent, which her and Ethan tried to sweep under the rug, but definitely did happen. So I think it's weird that she always wants to actualize Jason's channel when she knows that he tries to keep it kid friendly because he has his kids on it and because kids follow him. Second thing is she asks when they're going to redo his intro because she wants to be in it. I feel like this is her way to be like, I feel like she's looking for a problem. She's looking for a problem and she's trying to make one up if she can't find it. I just saw a few videos back that Jason actually did have a new intro that he made, and she was included in it, as well as everybody in the vlog squad was. He kind of just made like a compilation of funny moments between them, and that was like going to be his new intro. But notice that she's like, when are you going to make a new intro? Can I be in it? She wants to insert herself into his life in some way because right now she doesn't feel like she's inserted. She's not been in the past few videos and she clearly feels some kind of way about it. And now she needs to assert her presence somewhere on his channel because she's not in the video. So now she wants to know if she can be in the intros instead. She's clearly feeling displaced and she's trying to find her footing now.
swinging on the swings?
Someone told me.
I watched it just to listen to that song, so I was like, I don't know that song. Oh my god, babe. So happy with you. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever been happier in my whole life.
Now, this is an interesting comment that she makes. She says that she's never been happier in her life and she's happy with Jason. But this surprises me because, again, she said that after the New Year's video, she started to withdraw from Jason and no longer wanted to be associated with him or his channel. Yet here she is on January 5th, just 4 days later, saying that she's never been happier with anyone than she is with Jason and that she's so happy with him. I find the statement odd because she says how happy she is, but that's not the vibe, right? We're all watching the same video. They don't seem happy together. She doesn't seem happy. He doesn't seem happy. But she's trying to convince herself and him that they are. I think to try to force change the mood that's clearly not there.
Then I am with you.
That's not true.
It is, babe. You're so
I'm
wonderful
sure
to
you've
me.
said that to other people.
No. I've been mostly miserable. Oh man.
Now, notice she tells him how wonderful he is, and then he says, that's not true. I'm sure you've said that to all your boyfriends. She says it's not true, but she definitely does say that. She even says that with Moses now. She's like, I'm the happiest I've ever been with you, even though she told Jason that too, and she told Sean that too. But I find it interesting that she says that, but Jason knows it's not true because Jason knows how miserable they are together. So that's why he's like, that's not true. Which I feel like is a passive aggressive way to be like, Trisha, our relationship is no walk in the park. But she's trying to force him and herself to believe that it is.
I'm gonna do some stand up, I think, next week. Oh, you won't be here. I've been working on my routine.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Do some.
No, I can't do it now.
If I was like a billionaire, I would stop this. I would write a book. I would take every day to write a book. Then I would like write another movie. And then after that, like maybe try to go back to this. 'Cause
Really?
I do like this.
YouTube.
I do.
Now, it's interesting that Jason randomly starts talking about what he would do if he was a billionaire. And he says he would stop doing YouTube. I believe he says that because he was burnt out at this time. Because he says he would eventually come back to it because he likes doing YouTube. I think he does like doing YouTube, but I don't think that Jason knew his place on YouTube. I think he stressed and struggled too much with content. Like everyone else was just putting it out. Trisha, like for sure, was just putting hers out unedited just all the time and getting a lot of views for it. I think Jason was unsure of where he was going and what to do. And I think he started getting tired of it and burnout. He just, in a bunch of videos, he always struggled with video ideas. And she even at times let him have some of her video ideas because he didn't have any. So yeah, Jason took YouTube very seriously and he always seems stressed and tired by it. Sort of like he was stressed and tired of the relationship. Now, I'm gonna move on to the next video, but this bit was interesting. I'm so surprised that she was actually in this one and that the vibe was so weird. I'm eager to see if the vibe is the same in the next video or if they're, you know, quote unquote back to normal. So let's go and check that out. Okay, now the next video she was in was the January 12th video. It's called Best Friend Commits to Changing This Year. So let's find out what happens in this video.
Compliment. I love to compliment you and then stop it because you want to hear more always. That's why I said that. What? I knew you'd want to hear more. That's your thing with compliments.
What is
You say it like offhand and be like, yeah, Trisha liked your lipstick the other night. What did Trisha say?
Did she really like my lipstick?
No, just an example. Oh my God, David.
Now, this is interesting insight from Jason. I know Trisha wasn't there yet, but he makes the comment that Susie likes compliments, so he will stop and not give them to her. I feel like Jason's kind of weird about this because he does the same thing to Trisha, where if he knows that Trisha likes to be complimented a specific way, he'll kind of not do it. I don't know why he does it. He just admitted to doing the same thing with Susie, where he's like, no, I know you like it, so I didn't do it. I wonder about this. I wonder why he's like this. It almost seems a tad bit resentful. I always thought it was just that he was resentful of Trisha, so he didn't like to always give in to what she wanted because he always did. But to hear that he also did it with Susie makes me raise my eyebrow and makes me wonder if Jason just. I think Jason likes to compliment people because he's given Trisha a lot of compliments unprovoked, unprompted. But when she expects them, he doesn't like to give them. And I think that's what he was talking about with Susie here too. He's like, oh, well, when I know you want to hear them, I don't give them. I wonder why he's like that. Maybe he just doesn't want people to get too big-headed. I don't know, but I do find that interesting. But let's move on to where Trisha's actually in the video.
Jason has a fun story.
Okay, so I got this call from Trisha. She goes, I had a dream last night. We were trapped in a cave. We were about to die.
It wasn't a cave, and we were about to die.
Okay, you can do your version.
Okay, so already in this new video where they're together again after the last one, the vibe again is already kind of off. He's about to tell a story about a dream that Trisha had, and right away she criticizes the way he's telling it, and she's like, that's not even right. You're telling it the wrong way. Which obviously now he's like, okay, you can tell your version later. You can tell your version after. She's already annoyed. Now he's annoyed that she's annoyed. Let's keep going.
But it's my dream. So
No. She goes, you managed to break your way out. I go, oh, okay, great. Then she goes, you got me out. That. And then.
Okay, she's getting mad because clearly he does not remember this dream, and that's irking the hell out of her. If anyone has watched the series or the Moses series, one thing you'll know about Trisha is that she does not like when people get things about her wrong. So to her, likely, she's probably like, oh, so he didn't even listen. He doesn't even know what I said. And now she's getting more and more mad. Like, look how upset she's getting.
She goes, but I left my phone in there, and you wouldn't go back for my phone.
This is why
she was mad at me.
Babe, literally you don't listen to anything.
Are you serious?
First of all, that's not the dream. This is.
I told you guys, she was getting mad because she's like, he doesn't listen to anything I say. That's the exact thing she just said. I said, likely she's getting mad because now she's thinking he doesn't listen to anything she says. The first thing she says is, you don't listen to anything I say. Look how mad she's getting. She's getting so mad. She's moving around. She's like, she can't even control herself. The fact that she was like moving around like all antsy, like she didn't know how to restrain herself, makes me think that she wanted to do something to him, honestly.
This is why I hate the podcast too, because you get these stories wrong.
Oh, he's pulling a Vardan.
So it looks like she wanted to do something to him. So notice this is a passive aggressive joke, in my opinion, for Jason to get up and lay on her to kind of like shut her up. I feel like this is his passive aggressive way of being like, I don't want to listen to you anymore. You're annoying me. Shut up. This is his passive aggressive way of getting that across.
What'd you say?
You gotta fart on Trisha.
Literally, it's so wrong.
Okay,
It's
what
like,
was the story?
once I tell you the dream, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that was the dream you told me. That was so weird.
Okay, you tell me.
We were like in a mall in Russia, and the people were like, there's like a fun jumping gym downstairs. Like you should go jump and bounce on the trampoline. And you went way ahead of me, and I was like jumping and having fun and all that stuff like that. And you know, you can exit like you would like any like jungle gym or any sort of like one of those places, and you exit.
So far this dream is nothing like he said it was. So I understand why she would be upset that her boyfriend didn't listen to her. But again, you guys, it's just a dream. I understand that her insecurity, it's just a dream. I understand that her insecurities run deep though, and him not listening to a dream would make her feel more insecure about, oh my god, when else does he not listen to me? Or like trigger all the times that he didn't listen to her. So this is like oil and water. Again, they're still not getting along yet. She hasn't been on his channel. The 2 times now that she has that we've seen her be on it, there's weird combative vibes.
Exited and you were ahead of me, and I was still bouncing, having fun.
Remember too, you guys, this is toward the end of the relationship. The relationship is almost over. So it's interesting that they had a tiny bit of happiness, like a period of just like getting along, not fighting, completely happy, and now they're back to this, and even worse than before, it seems like.
And people are like, yeah, good job. Like everyone's like cheering me on, and I go out and like you can't leave, and I was like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like they're like, sorry, you can't leave, and then these Russian people like holding me there, and I find this emergency elevator. I go up to the 4th floor, and an Asian lady is like, oh my god, like you can escape. She goes, you just have to start running that way. And so I run and I find you, and you're like, you're putting all your stuff together, you're putting your jacket on and stuff. You're like, oh, you ready to go? I was like, yeah, oh my god, like that was so scary. And then I was like, oh my god, like they have my ID, they have my passport, they have like all my like information, and I'm like, we have to go back and get that. There's because I won't be able to leave this country.
You didn't tell me anything about this.
I did tell you.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, you guys, this is interesting. So I was just about to pause and say this story again is completely different than what he said. But notice Jason says, you didn't tell me any of this. And she's saying, I did tell you this. He's saying, no, you didn't. And notice that he speaks out enough to say, you didn't tell me this, and then even goes as far as to say, no, you didn't. To me, personally, if I had to pick who to believe here, I know she seems very passionate, like she did tell him. But I would believe Jason, not because I'm biased, not because I like Jason more, but because Trisha has lied so much. And there's been so many videos that we've done in this series alone where she thinks that she told him something or she thinks that she said something to him and she never did. And then he proves that she never said it. And then she's like, oh, I thought I did. So I personally think that she likely didn't tell him all of these details. But the thing is that he did know about a dream. So she obviously did tell him about the dream. I wonder if she just told him a bit of it and he got some of it wrong, like her saying it's a mall, but him saying it's a cave. But she didn't tell him like every single detail. So that's why he's like, you didn't tell me all this. You didn't tell me all this. Or maybe he was like half listening. But I would be more inclined to believe him over her.
Oh my god!
You're
this is why you never listen to me.
Go.
Oh my god! I actually feel like I go crazy with you.
I feel like I'm an adopted kid in both.
Keep going.
So yeah, I mean, but that was it, and then the dream ended. That's where the dream ended, because I was like, oh my.
Now, again, you guys notice it's just a dream, but things you argue about are never what you're actually arguing about. She's not actually mad that he didn't remember the dream. She's mad about what that implies. It's a loaded thing. Him not remembering the dream to her now means, what else does he remember? What else does he listen to? And again, reminds her of all the times he didn't listen to her and how she clearly feels like she's unheard in the relationship, which to me personally, just based off the series, doesn't make sense because he always listened to her. He always catered to her. He always did what she said. I wouldn't be inclined to believe here that Jason wasn't listening to her. But I do think that like when someone tells you a dream, you could get things wrong about it. I don't think that's what she's making it out to be. I just think that he got some details wrong, in my opinion. But let's keep going.
Because there's like a hostile situation where like there's people looking for me at this point, and I was like, we have to go back though. Like I have to get my information. They have all my information. They're gonna
Hold on. I wasn't recording. Okay, go.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
You really weren't ready. You were right.
No, I'm kidding.
And then, but you were mad at me because I wouldn't go back for your phone.
I
That
wasn't
is what
mad
you
at you.
said.
I wasn't at all. This is
In
like,
the dream.
This is like literally you like wanting
Why
to
would
hear
you be
these
mad at
things.
him for not going to?
I wasn't mad. That ended with.
Again, you guys, I would be more inclined to believe Jason here because Trisha does get mad at petty little things like this, like things that didn't really happen or things. There was another video that we had done recently where she was so convinced that she told him something and he was like, Trisha, you did not tell me that. And she was so convinced, she was mad at him, and then turns out she never told him that. I remember now. she told him, I don't need to film a video. We don't have to film a video for my channel. Let's just do yours. And then when they didn't, she got mad at him, and he's like, "You literally said this," and she's like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." That was another time when she did that. There was actually another time too where she insisted that she told him something that she didn't. There was another time too where she insisted that something didn't happen that did. It was when she told him, "Hey, we don't have to film a video for my channel. Let's just film it for yours." And then after they just filmed for his, she was like, "What? We're not going to film for my channel?" And then he was like, "Trisha, you said that you didn't care about that. Like I asked you when I first walked in if you wanted to do a video for your channel, and you said no." She claimed that that never happened, but it was literally on footage. So again, this is why I'm not inclined to believe Trisha among all the other lies that she's ever told in her life. And I do believe she'd be petty enough to get mad at a dream. This is just my personal opinion.
He said on the phone.
It ended with me being like, "Oh my god, we need to go back and get my stuff."
So then my argument was, but I got you out.
You didn't get me out.
Oh, that was not.
You
what
you did not listen to anything.
Forget it.
Because I wanted to know exactly what that dream
Who
meant.
got you out?
Well, I saw the elevator and I went upstairs to the fourth floor where it was like a merch store, like a store.
No, notice how defeated. Look at Jason looking at the camera, just defeated. He's like, "Oh, forget it then," because he said that he was trying to say, "In your dream, I didn't get your phone, but I got you out." And now she's like, "That conversation never happened." It's so weird that they have such different perceptions of this conversation, by the way. They're just completely, like, not in sync here. They're just deteriorating before our eyes. Like, I know they're just talking about a dream, but it's more than a dream. These two can't even remember the same conversation the same way.
Door, and this agent's like, "Oh my god, the only way to escape is if you run that way." And so I ran, and then that's why it was such a complicated dream that I wanted you to.
I will say too, another thing is that when things like this happen, in Jason's head, he's probably like, "Oh my god, this woman is so hard to be with. She's getting mad at me over a dream," right? Like it comes off like, "Oh my god, she literally gets mad at anything." Whereas in Trisha's mind, she's probably like, "Oh my god, this guy can't even remember a single dream. That's how little he cares about me, that he doesn't even remember my dream. Who knows what else he doesn't remember." So it's interesting that two people can look at the same thing so differently. Where Jason's like, "This stupid conversation. This is what she's getting mad about." Where she's not really mad about the dream. She's mad about what him forgetting the dream would imply in a more serious way.
Like decipher.
Where was Jason?
Jason was already like out somewhere, and by the time I escaped out, I saw him. It was like, like at an ice skating rink where you're like putting on your clothes, and he's like putting on his jacket and like tying his shoes, and he's like, "Oh, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh my god, that was so."
Jason come back to save you?
I-
Like you said he did?
No, it just ended with me being like, "We need to go back and get that."
Jason,
stuff.
where were you in the dream?
It's not my dream. I don't know.
Now, Jonah, Jason's friend, is trying to get them to stop fighting. So I believe he's trying to prove that Jason got out of the dream to be like, "Okay, well, he got you out. He did get you out, right? Like, see, here he got you out." But it's funny that he's like, "Okay, Trisha, where was he in the dream?" And then she tells him, and then Jonah goes, "Okay, Jason, where were you in the dream?" And Jason's like, "I don't know. It wasn't my dream. Like, I wasn't even there. Like, it was dreaming."
The point of the story was that she was mad at me
'Cause you said
I
you
didn't
saved-
go back for her stuff.
I understand, but you said
and I was
you
like,
saved
she's
her.
like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Because you value stuff more than
that's
our
you just wanted to
relationship."
hear. That's here what you're wanting to hear because we just had a fight about this about you.
If you
not
saved
wait,
her,
listen,
just thought it was funny.
Ooh, okay, you guys, more drama. So this goes deeper than a dream. So apparently Trisha came to him with the dream. She said, "You didn't come back for my stuff. What do you think that means?" So it sounds to me like she actually did come to him with this question, because why would he just make this up? I believe that question would be heavily loaded with, "What do you think this means? Does this mean that you wouldn't do things for me?" Like, that's the implication there, right? Like, do you not love me enough to go back for things, or like things that I need, stuff like that? Where he's saying, "Well, I think it's saying you're too materialistic." So she comes at it like, "Oh, a negative that he wouldn't go back for my stuff," whereas he's thinking of it like, "Oh, her in a negative light because she cares too much about materialistic things." And then she says, "That's what you want to believe this is. That's what you want to believe I am. And we just had a fight about this." So remember, you guys, they're about to break up very, very soon. And this is the kind of relationship they have at the moment. This combative. They're fighting over a dream. They're fighting over what the dream means. They're fighting apparently a lot, just like they did in the beginning. And he thinks that she's too materialistic, which, in all fairness, she has admitted to being.
Wait, wait.
mad about
No,
the
because
dream.
you try to relate that because he's like, oh, we're gonna fly Southwest and not first class.
Natalie gave up.
Stand-up show, and you just wanted to relate it back to that. See, I hate when you only hear what you want to hear because like you're like, see, because we just argued about first class tickets to Arizona, and you're like, see, you're arguing about material things, and I was like, why? Like that was not
I
what the
didn't
dream
say
was
see.
about.
You asked me to analyze.
Where did Jason?
You should invest.
Okay. Now, it sounds like they argued over plane tickets because she wanted to be in first class. And he didn't care and thought she was too materialistic. And now she's saying, no, that's what you took from my dream because you already think I'm materialistic. You just want to hear what you want to hear, which is you want to see me in a negative light. Okay, even if that's true, which it could be, she does the same thing though. She wants to see him in a negative light, which is why she would bring the question up and be like, what do you think this means that I thought of you negatively in this dream? So she's also trying to confirm her own negative bias against him. Now, notice too, he goes, I didn't want to do this. You asked me to analyze the dream. This is what I came up with for the dream. This is why things like this are dangerous because he's saying, oh, I think it means you're too materialistic. You should let go of things. And then she views that as him thinking negatively of her when he could just be saying, babe, let go of the materials. They don't matter. Like the materialistic things. So now the whole thing is even more negative than it was before. So now it's negative in the dream and negative in real life.
Invest in a tripod.
David holding it.
Where did Jason's him saving you in the cave come from?
He didn't save me, and we weren't in a cave.
Jason, how did you save her?
Oh wow, I thought this was a cave story. This.
Also, I have a bone to pick with you.
Great.
Where was David? In
What?
Okay, Trisha's clearly feeling combative because right after going after Jason, she immediately goes after David. And now she's like, oh, I got an issue with you too. So she's got issues with everyone. Let's see what this one is.
You talk about my on your podcast. I wanted to kill you. I literally like didn't want to.
Jason brought that up.
Yeah, and then you're like,
You had marked it down
No,
for weeks to
that's
talk
fine.
about it. Poop once a day, so I reminded you.
And that's fine to be like Trisha poops like once every couple weeks, but then you're like, oh no, I bet Trisha takes nasty.
Yeah, that was uncalled
I
for.
was like, but you didn't
You
stand up
said
for me.
that was
You
uncalled
were
Okay, again, she hits him. She's done this repeatedly throughout the relationship. She physically hits him whenever she's upset with him. That's not okay. It's not a joke. She's clearly doing it every time she's mad at him. Now, she said that she's mad that David was talking about how, I guess apparently Jason was saying, because Trisha says that Trisha never goes to the bathroom. And then Jason was kind of backing that up and was like, oh yeah, she doesn't really go that often. And then David was making jokes like, oh, but I bet when she does, it's really bad. So that upset Trisha because it made her insecure and it made her likely feel not desirable for people to be talking about her like that, especially a guy she likes like David. So it probably made her feel undesirable. Then she hits Jason and she's like, and you don't even defend me. What is he supposed to say to that? David's clearly joking. He clearly doesn't know Trisha's bathroom habits. Like, what does she want Jason to say in that scenario? And she's the one who brings this up herself, by the way. She brings up her own bathroom habits by saying that she never goes.
like, I was so literally, I was like, I wanted to murder you. That's why I didn't like see you at all last week. I didn't care. I was like,
Because I said you took nasty.
I don't. You can put a retraction,
You're
right?
perfect. I've
Like,
seen him.
Yeah, you hate poops.
You're wrong.
No,
and I don't.
Now notice she hits Jason again. Even when Jason defends her, she hits him twice. It's not good enough for her, so she hits him. And notice how violent she gets that she even says that hearing David do that made her want to hurt David. She wanted to hurt him because he made a joke about her. She makes a joke about all of these people, says the nastiest things about them, says that she wants to F David's mother and father, but he makes a joke like this and she wants to unalive him.
Don't say nasty.
You're wrong. They're perfect.
Look perfect.
Babe, ew,
Best shit
stop
What
it.
do they look like?
They look like
Stop. If you talk,
the little Gucci
if you
bags.
Little Gucci
Little
bag.
Gucci wallets. What? Why are you getting so mad? You brought it up.
you don't add to it, is what I'm saying. You could have told him to stop on the podcast.
Now notice again how physical she's getting with him. She's hit him repeatedly. Now she's covering his mouth. We have not seen her like this in a long time. This is rare Trisha form for her to be this outwardly violent in front of people. Not for her to be violent, not for her to be aggressive. She's always like this, but for her to be this way in front of a bunch of people and feel so comfortable doing it is very concerning to me. You can tell Trisha's energy and vibe is so aggressive and volatile here.
Trisha, how
I'll
often
add
do
to
you
it.
poop?
He's the one that brought it up from his notes. He's
Yeah,
like,
but then you're like, no, you know what? On second thought, I bet Trisha's really nasty. Eats all that is gross food.
I mean,
And what did I say?
it's
You didn't
true.
say anything. You didn't.
It's true if you don't eat healthy
topics a lot.
if you don't eat healthy food, you
I don't hate nasty.
Okay, well prove it. Show us.
Hey,
Right now, it was so.
David's just like, yo, can you guys leave me in the bathroom alone?
That was the only.
She says that David's gross, which yes, all of this talk is gross. But she, again, like even Jason said, you're the one who brought it up. Trisha brings these things up in general. She's the one who was bragging before, like, oh, I never go to the bathroom. I never have to go number 2. Like, it's her doing it. But then if people comment on it, she gets mad.
I think I've ever like actually hated David
Okay,
before.
next time we do, take a picture and send it to us.
Wait, how often do you poop?
And mine are just clean, one and done, just one long clean.
One big log.
So notice too, she says, oh, I've never hated David before, and now I hate him, all because of this. Also, she says they're nasty, but then she goes into detail about how she does it, which I find very strange, because how are you going to like go on and on about how nasty it is, but then you go into detail yourself?
Yeah,
How often?
every 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. You do not poop. You do not poop once every 2 weeks.
He knows. Do you ever see me being in the bathroom for a long time?
No.
I don't poop.
She
I
poops her
literally don't
initials perfectly.
poop. Babe, stop it.
Wait,
Don't.
that's not good. You poop every 2 weeks?
Yeah, there's something wrong with me, I'm sure, but
Again, I feel like she was trying to do this to like, she thought this was a flex to be like, because there's this like trope where it's like girls don't go to the bathroom like that. So I feel like she was trying to be like, yeah, I'm one of those girls. I like never go to the bathroom like that. And Jason's sitting there trying to jokingly compliment her to make it seem like cute and funny. And she's getting more and more mad at him as he's even on her side. Like no matter what he says, she's getting mad about because she's not happy because she's not happy with Jason. So he could say anything and she would get mad at it. And that's the truth. Although I think it's funny that Jonah's sister Susie piped up and was like, wait, you only go to the bathroom every 2 weeks? That's like something's wrong with you.
when I was a kid, I pooped like once every 6 months.
She also has a really big aversion to bathrooms.
Oh, you know what it is? You know why she doesn't poop more than once every 2 weeks? Because all the comes out of her mouth. Was that? Okay, sorry. I'm kidding.
I mean, look how offended she gets, but low-key, it's true. All she does is lie. All she does is lie and talk, So, it's true. Like, what he said is obviously a joke, but notice how offended she gets. She's so mad at these people at this point of the relationship. She's so mad at them. She's got such a gripe with them and such a grievance that she can't even, like, pretend to not be upset by it. Also, her being like, oh, I only went to the bathroom once every 6 months as a kid. You guys, that's obviously a lie. Like, she would obviously, like, be hospitalized or have an issue if that was actually the case. Like, this is what I mean. Trisha tells, like, these tall tales and then wants everyone to believe them, and then when they start questioning it and making fun of it, she gets mad.
My God.
I don't like you. I realized this past week I'm not seeing you. I was like, I actually like don't miss David.
Sure, okay.
I don't at all. I was like, it's been nice to have space.
I like this so much more than David is so sexy. Which I'm sure we'll be back tomorrow.
No, and even I usually think that. Usually when I look at David, I'm like, oh, David's really sexy. And then someday I'm like, what's wrong?
See? Okay. And then this is another thing. Jason's like, oh, good. I'm glad that you don't like him anymore because it's better than you telling me that you want to sleep with him all the time. And then she's like, yeah, I do normally. No, notice Jason said he prefers this version of her because he doesn't like that she hits on David, and she admits that she does hit on David and she does find him attractive. But now that she's upset with him, now she hates him. But imagine how much she must go out of bounds and how inappropriate she must be for Jason to prefer that she hate his friend rather than like him, because when she likes him, she's inappropriate about it and crosses boundaries with it. So imagine how much he must hate it for him to like that she hates David. Like, you have to be fed up at that point to prefer that your partner hate your friend rather than like them because you don't want your partner to be inappropriate with them anymore.
What's wrong with you? Are you sick? Like, you look disgusting. That's what I said.
But today he's ugly.
Yeah, today you look.
Trisha, you can't be mad at me for talking about your poop.
That's gross. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it's gross, but you're the one that said you poop once every 2 weeks, which is there's no way that's true.
That is true.
I straight up take a Once or twice a day. Boom.
Trisha.
You don't know my poop schedule.
Joe, look it up.
This is what I hate. Do you remember that?
Joe, look it up.
Do you remember that day I yelled at Brandon?
Yo, I just gotta take it right
He
now.
was trying to tell me, oh, you didn't have mono at 10. I'm like, are you off addict? How do you know? Are you with me were you with me at 10 years old? You didn't have mono at 10. I'm like, are you off? You didn't have mono at 10. I'm like, are you off crack addict? How do you know? Are you with me were you with me at 10 years old? Are you with me every day to see if
You guys, could you make out what she said? It almost sounded like she said, Brandon said that she didn't have mono at 10. I'm going to rewind that one more time.
I'm like, are you off crack addict? How do you look disgusting? That's what I said.
But today he's ugly. Trisha.
You don't know my poop schedule.
Joe, look it up.
This is what I hate. Do you remember that?
Joe, look it up.
Do you remember that day I yelled at
Yo,
Brandon?
I just gotta take it right
He
now.
was trying to tell me, oh, you didn't have mono at 10. I'm like, are you off addict? How do you know? Are you with me were you with me at 10 years old? Are you with me every day to see if I or not?
Can I take
Okay. So, what did Brandon say to her in Target that made her yell at Brandon? Because she said that something happened to her at 10 years old. You didn't have blank at 10 years old. That's what she said. To me, it sounded like she kind of said mono. I could be completely making that up. Let me know if anyone in the comments knows what she actually said. But this is another reason why she doesn't like Brandon, by the way, you guys, is because it has nothing to do with him dating the minor. This has to do with the fact that Brandon would call her out when she lied, and she hated it. She loved Brandon, but she didn't like when he called her out. So if she said something that wasn't true and Brandon called it out, which he had the tendency to do because Brandon was very like cut and dry, she would get mad at him. So notice that she's like, yeah, like I yelled at Brandon when he said that didn't happen to me at 10. Was he there with me at 10? Are you there with me all the time? So these are the real reasons why she doesn't like Brandon, because he clocks her.
What did the doctor say?
No, you can't.
But like,
I don't know.
What did the
You
doctor
what did
can't.
the doctor say?
David.
The doctor-
Trisha, where does the food go?
I honestly don't know.
What do you mean
I'm,
you-
like, backed up? I think that's why I have a little gut all the time. Even when I lose weight, I think my gut is just like all my food.
So then when you...
More than 3 days is
What
too
did the
long.
doctor say?
Trisha, there's no way you poop once every 2 weeks.
Ask my mom when I was a kid.
Okay, now notice this too. Everyone in the room is calling her out because they're like, well, what did the doctor say? Because obviously, if that actually happened, the doctor would say something, because you would go to a doctor and be like, why is this happening? And Trisha goes, I don't know, because she's lying. It's not true. It's not true, and she never went to a doctor because it never happened. And then when they all tell her that's literally not true, she argues, ask my mom. Who? Her mom, the enabler who lies too for her? Who would ask her? How is she a trustworthy source? But Trisha comes up with these lies, like these ridiculous lies that make no sense, and she will like die on the hill of them, and she gets so mad when she's called out.
I would poop once every 3 months, and she goes, "Oh, we should like take you to a doctor," but we never had money for a doctor, so we never went.
Once every 3 months?
Yeah,
Like 4 times annually.
yeah, yeah. Literally, I never.
Again, that makes no sense, you guys. She's saying her mom said when she was a kid she wasn't doing it, so she's like, oh, let's take her to a doctor, but then they never had money, so they never took her to a doctor. Her father was wealthy. Her father could have afforded to take her to a doctor, even if her mother couldn't. And she even said she never thought they were poor when she was a kid because her mother always got her all the expensive items that she ever wanted. So you're telling me that her mother could buy her all these expensive things, her father could fly her in a plane or a jet or a helicopter, whatever, over Michael Jackson's house to see Michael Jackson, and afford trips to London, and just I remember she said she went to school once in a limousine. So you're telling me that her parents could afford all this, but they couldn't afford to take her to the doctor? They cared that little about her well-being? I guess if anyone's materialistic, then it would be her parents, because why would they be prioritizing that over their child's health?
Never used to poop as a kid. Like I thought it was weird when people like had to poop all the time. I was like, what? And even now I think it's poop. He poops like every day, and I'm like, that's weird. Like he'll go down and like poop in the morning or at night, and I'm like, what the? That's weird.
Okay, Jeff, I had a dream the other night.
Okay. Again, she then tries to direct the conversation to Jason to kind of get the heat off of her. And be like, no, it's weird that you guys do it all the time. It's weird that people do it all the time because that's not normal that I don't. Like, you guys, she's clearly lying. This is clearly like a lie. I can't even believe that they had a conversation that long about it just because she could have admitted that she lied about it. But this is how hard she goes in on her lies, and how this is why you can't believe things that she says about, everything, because she will die on every hill about it. She will never just give up and be like, okay, I lied. Even though she has said time and time again that when she was a kid, she had a lying problem. And she even said it as an adult, she had a lying problem. But then, if someone catches her in a lie, she gets pissed. She gets so angry at them. And it's all them. It's all them for not believing her lie, not the fact that she's lying.
And Trisha deciphered it. I want to see if you come up with the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm in an office.
Yeah.
It's a dingy office.
Yeah.
I'm working with David and Trisha. I told you.
Now, really quick, I'm gonna say, Trisha tried to act like, oh, me and Jeff, like, we weren't even really in the vlog squad at the same time. We didn't really run into each other. She's literally sitting beside him in this car right now. She literally flashed him before. There's literally a bunch of footage of them time and time again in the same room, in the same vicinity, talking, chatting. So I don't know why she would even come up with that lie either.
The stream?
What are you guys working on?
No.
Paperwork?
No, I don't know what we're working on. There's one desk,
Okay.
and David's definitely at the desk. And then a guy comes out, and he's like ripped. He's like, he's bald. He's really wiry. You know, he's skinny but muscular, and he's a beast, Jeff.
Yeah.
He'll kill you. He's got burlap pants on, cut at the ankles, like, or maybe like high calf.
She
almost
described
like.
all this to you?
No, this is my drink.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then he's got a rope.
Jeff looks so confused. I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, Trisha said I was gay for this dream. I don't know why I feel like that's coming, and now Jeff is gonna have to decide if he is or not.
For a belt, just a rope.
Yeah.
And he's a beast, Jeff. He kill you.
Yeah.
And I don't remember his name, but let's say his name was Darren, right?
Okay.
He's got a lead pipe, and he's taking the lead pipe, and he's swinging it at my head. I'm cowering in the corner, and every time when the lead pipe almost hits me in the face, it stops.
Yeah.
An inch from my head, and he swings 30 times. Like that, right? And I'm like, but I'm not getting hit. I'm not getting hurt. And then I go to David and Trisha. I go, the fuck's up with that guy, Darren?
Yeah.
And they go, Darren's great. Darren's great.
Okay, if I'm gonna interpret this dream myself, and I'm going to because you know what, I'm reacting here. I feel like this signifies Jason's internal dilemma with people in his life, like Trisha and David, who put him in danger and then try to pretend that they don't. So they'll do these things, like, for instance, David will have him do these like dangerous stunts, or Trisha will fight with him all the time, put him in terrifying predicaments where she hits him, where she like kind of tests him and tricks him into these like weird mental gymnastics where he can never be right, he's always wrong, he's always in trouble. And then they both tell him like, you're fine, Jason, we're okay, we're happy. Kind of like how I told you guys earlier in this video when she was like, Jason, I'm so happy with you, I've never been happier with anyone before. Like, even though she treats him like how we just saw her treating him when they were discussing the dream. I feel like this is Jason's like inner thoughts when he's asleep, knowing that there's danger. Like, he knows that there's danger with these two people, and then the two people that he feels danger with, they're like, no, what are you talking about? That person's great. These things that happen to you, they're great. You have nothing to worry about, even though they're the ones that he has to worry about. That's my interpretation, that he knows deep down that the people he surrounds himself with are people who are dangerous, in my opinion. And he's saying, like, he's scared of the thing that's coming at his face, but it never quite hits him in the face. It's kind of like similar to his relationships. Like, he's scared of them, but they never quite take him out. They never quite hurt him enough to really damage him. So he continues to go back to them. He continues to stay, knowing that the danger is there, but it's not taking him out permanently. It's never quite reaching where it could to actually hurt him, so he stays.
What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, he's trying to hit me with a lead pipe. And over, they're like, you're crazy. He's the best.
Huh.
What does it mean?
It's a metaphor for something.
Yeah.
Like something's eating you up inside and it's a ticking time bomb. You're about to blow.
You're a lesbian.
That's it.
Man, I don't know.
I feel like Jeff was kind of on the mark here. I feel like he was right because he's like, it's something inner, like you're a ticking time bomb. But I don't think it's Jason that's a ticking time bomb. I think it just right about something's bothering him, but it's not Jason himself. It's those around him.
But it sounds horrible.
It was awful.
Well, at least you can remember your dreams.
I had a good meaning for it. You want to hear mine?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
deciphered it. I say that the man is Jason. Jason works out a lot and he's skinny, but he sees himself as like a fit beast, and he beats himself down.
It's like a Fight Club thing. This is your Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and he's
So your own Brad Pitt.
Okay, now notice though, if you take my interpretation into account, notice that Trisha's goes the exact opposite. And she's like, oh, the dangerous person in Jason's dream that's trying to hurt him is obviously Jason. So it's not Trisha or David, it's Jason. Even though in the dream, Trisha and David are the ones who were like, no, he's great, he's good, he's not going to hurt you, even though the guy's clearly trying to hurt him. Why would they be saying that about Jason himself? Like, I don't think it's Jason in the dream. I think it's them I think it's them creating this version of him too that is almost getting hurt. Like, he's this guy that they want him to be. Like, he has to force himself to be this guy for them, even though it's hurting him to be this guy. So if anything, if it's Jason in any capacity, it would be in that capacity.
That's yourself beating up
on himself.
But it's not Jason beating himself down. Why would Jason be beating himself down and then Trisha and Jason in the dream, and then Trisha and David in the dream say, oh yeah, he's a great guy? Why would they say that? I think it's them, the manifestation of them beating him. Or it's Jason. Look at me, just becoming he's just becoming like a dream analysis. But it could be like it's Jason and he's, like I said, he's morphing into this version that they want him to be, and it's killing him. Like, it could kill him. He knows it could.
yourself.
And me and David are constantly like, he's always like, I'm broke, I'm so scared, I'm going money. I'm like, you're doing so great right now. We keep saying like, you're great.
Holy it is. That's exactly what it is. You're doing fine, and you're just too hard.
No, that's just her way again, just like in the dream where she's like, no, the danger's fine. Trisha's doing that in real life right now. We're watching this in real time in the video where she's like, he should be worried about this. He should be like, who are these people I'm surrounding myself with that see danger in front of me and they're telling me that it's okay? She's trying to twist it like, oh, Jason, that's you. You're the bad guy in the dream. Because in Trisha's mind, Jason's always the bad guy. It couldn't possibly be her or David. So she's like, no, it's just you. It's just you. And we have to tell you it's okay. But I don't believe that at all. Let me know what you guys think about it. If anyone here wants to like analyze that dream, let me know what you guys came up with.
Hard on yourself.
He's beating himself
So you
up.
made up this Brad Pitt Fight Club character that comes in and beats the shit out of you, but it's all in your head.
I saw it as they hate me.
I know.
Now, notice Jason's interpretation of the dream too is more similar to mine, where he said, I saw it as Trisha and David hate me, and that's why they're telling me that this guy is okay, even though he's clearly not. This is what I said before. I think there's a clear present danger in front of him, and he sees it. He sees it as dangerous. He feels it. But the people around him are telling him that it's not, that he's okay. And it's the two people who are hurting him the most. I think that is clearly what's going on here. Because come on, what are the chances that the two people who hurt him the most are telling him that the guy in his dream who's hurting him they're the ones telling him that it's okay? But I just analyze the whole dream here. But I do think it was important because I think the dream plays into the actual in real life dynamics of all of these relationships. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Trisha in this light over this dream thing, seeing her so like up in arms and so aggressive and so violent about it, really goes to show you what he probably dealt with in private that even didn't get seen on camera. And I find it so surprising that she actually showed this much of herself on camera and doing that. And it's interesting that this came after she hadn't been on his channel in a while, after the vibes were already off, and when the breakup's very, very close. So remember, you guys, we're going to see the breakup soon. We can clearly see that the train is rolling off the tracks. This is not good. Stay tuned to see when it actually goes off the rails and what happens. And let me know what you guys thought about the entire video. Let me know what you guys thought about their fight over the dream, what you thought about his dream in general. let's just dive into it. Let's just dig in. Give me all your analysis, all your theories. I want to know what you guys think. I'm really interested in this. So comment below and share your thoughts.